My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now.
Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramer America. Other people, my friends, just trying to make a little money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate and teach you. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. Some days come down. They come down to nightmare and positivity. When positivity wins, like it did today, the nightmare gets shrugged off and the buying can begin anew. It is always like this. I mean, we had both today. It was crazy. A nightmare start to the session filled with talk about inflationary spirals, COVID variants from Delta to Omega, not to mention earnings shortfalls that could sap the life out of the great reopening trade that we love so much. Yet it ended up being a placid session. Dow gaining 83 points, S&P advancing 0.24%, NASDAQ inching up 0.02%. Seems real solid, given that we had such a huge rally last week. We're really building this, especially when you had a lot of superstitious traders worrying that we'd witness a repeat of last Monday's horror show when the market broke down early and then stayed down. Remember that nasty session? That was only a week ago. Well, look, people have good reason to fear a repeat of last Monday's fiasco. At 4:30 this morning, the only stock that was trading higher was the perennial meme name, AMC, leading me to wonder if that's really all there is. I mean, why not take up Apple or Disney for a change? Just because it doesn't have a big short position doesn't mean it's uninvestable. Not that the memesters would ever believe me. By mid-morning, though, the market had reversed course. Stocks like Boeing, which was down 5 at 5 a.m. on heavy volume, turned around and finished the day up $4.33, even as this quarter is far from a sure thing. So we got to ask ourselves, what the hell is with this schizophrenic action? The answer, it's all about COVID and the pursuit of herd immunity. If we reach some sort of nationwide pseudo-herd immunity through a combination of vaccines and infections, or even if we just get a peak in new cases, it could be like a second reopening for the travel, for the leisure, for the retail, the industrials, and energy stocks. Once we start getting over this outbreak, they'll be the place to invest, not just Tesla, although I like the way Tesla acts. What's the other side of the trade? Well, it's virtual mummer's parade of horribles for every billionaire in America, although it's a lot less terrifying for regular people. First, we know that if, let's say Congress passes an infrastructure bill without any funding mechanism at all, we'll be greeted with endless stories about our country's crushing debt burden. They're convinced that all of this deficit spending will cause lots of inflation. All right. Second, we have the debt ceiling crisis of 2021, the dumbest crisis imaginable. Let's hope it's not true, but Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is urging Congress that they need to raise the debt ceiling by August 2nd, or else the government will have to take extraordinary measures to keep paying the bills. Can you believe we're back in this? Can you believe this? Now, many of you are too young to remember what it was like to trade during the last debt ceiling crisis in 2011. We got a horrific bear market. It was actually down about 19.5% as U.S. debt got hit with a downgrade just on the prospect of a congressionally mandated default. I'd love to avoid doing that again, but I expect no real action to be taken here because you need a supermajority in the Senate in order to raise the debt limit. Unfortunately, you got to pay attention to this because as we get closer to the limit, the media will talk about it endlessly. Steel yourself to the mast once again. Third, let's deal with the supposed inflationary spiral in wages and goods. I keep hearing that people talking like this is already a given. They read that used car prices are through the roof. They see home prices through the roof. They're shocked at the cost of everything from coffee to coal. And that's, by the way, brought up by a furious run in natural gas. Both the Bloomberg Commodity Index and the CRB are at breakout highs. Not good. All sorts of powerful people have lost faith in the Fed. They think that Jerome Powell is asleep at the wheel. Now, I still agree with Powell that this is transitory, in part because so many commodities peaked in May. But we got to face facts. We haven't seen anything like this in my lifetime, with surging demand thanks to last year's forced deprivation, and then a series of checks from the government to get things moving again. I mean, get things roaring again. Still, I think it's insane to hold Powell's feet to the fire right now. He's kept interest rates low for the simple reason that unemployment remains stubbornly high. He sees what everyone else sees, but he's not going to slam the brakes when the rest of the government's stepping on the accelerator, especially when he repeatedly called for our elected leaders to hit the gas pedal. Powell's willing to bide his time until the supply chain catches up, the hefty unemployment benefits run out, and millions of parents can rejoin the workforce because the kids are back to school. Fourth, the nightmare extends to geopolitical craziness. The Chinese government has rediscovered the communist roots. They keep attacking their own companies, including companies that trade here, seemingly without rhyme or reason. I mean, maybe it's a crackdown on corrupt billionaires, Chinese billionaires. Maybe it's belief that some of these big tech operations have gotten too powerful. Whatever the reason, this crackdown is happening all over the place. The Communist Party is clubbing the for-profit school companies because apparently, get this, they're concerned the students are studying too hard. I mean, seriously? They're hitting a bunch of online operators in the grocery and music business. I mean, what is next? You got to ask, Baidu, JD.com, Alibaba, who knows? Who wants to own? It's funny, for years, I've been saying in a radical position that we should stop Chinese companies from listing their stocks here because they don't obey American securities laws and their IPOs tend to underperform. Our government hasn't been at all concerned, whistling past the graveyard. But you know what? China's taking me seriously. They're destroying the golden goose here. Extremely ill-advised. Great leap backward. That's a lot to worry about, but somehow we triumphed over the nightmare today. What made things better? One word. Gottlieb. That's right, it's Dr. Scott Gottlieb. With all the frightening scenarios put out by government public officials this weekend, what a pleasure this man is. I love this guy. This morning, totally against the grain, he predicted that we're going to follow the United Kingdom into a COVID peak. Oh, it's not a great way to get there. We want the virus to peak because everybody's vaccinated. Instead, we'll get there because the Delta variant is insanely contagious. And once the whole country's been infected, it will burn itself out. Well, it's certainly a 1918 way to look at it. We wouldn't be in this situation if the FDA would simply approve the current vaccines, the ones we've given to hundreds of millions of people. Right now, though, they're only authorized for emergency use, which makes it more difficult for companies to compel or insist that their employees get vaccinated. You always hear the same thing, right? We're urging it. I mean, yeah, we're telling people it would be good, but you never hear them say, and they better do it or they're fired. If the FDA would give us approval, then every institution in America could demand proof of vaccination, just like schools do for measles, mumps, rubella. Honestly, I wish the whole country had the NFL's policy of forfeiting a game because of COVID. Then your coworkers would do the coercing because they don't want to miss the next paycheck. Boy, I like that method. It's brilliant, like so many things the NFL does. At this point, though, it's probably too late to solve the problem. With the Delta outbreak, new infections will overtake vaccinations and the virus will finally peak. Terrible way to do it. That's what happens. Let me give you the bottom line here. When COVID burns itself out, you'll want to own exactly the kind of stocks that you're selling if you're worried about the nightmare scenario, including inflation nightmare scenario, which is why this market, it just refuses to go down. I forgot to mention he's also a member of the board of Pfizer and Illumina, which, by the way, gives him a lot better insight than any of these people in the government.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.